Sanibonani guys, welcome back to yet another video, and we are speaking about Married at First Sight Mzansi, and I want to specifically speak about Thabang and Kumo's scenes on this latest episode. So guys, for the first time, Thabang finally goes to see his family and tell his family that Kanti, when he's been missing all along, he actually went to go and get married. But I was so pleasantly surprised, you guys, when I saw the scene that Thabang, number one, his granny, drop dead gorgeous. She is so gorgeous, you guys. The granny seemed so chilled. The mother seemed chilled. Yes, they were shocked. But I'm like, the way this family is so chilled, why was Thabang so afraid? Or like he was delaying the whole process of going to see his family and telling his family the truth. Remember, even Ukumo kept asking Muti, like, when am I going to go meet your family? And he was like, stop pushing that you're going to go meet them. I expected to actually meet a family that is like, like, no, we don't do things like this in our family, like strict family. So I'm just like, now it makes me think if Thabang was having doubts about the marriage, about the relationship, or what was the issue? Because in my head, I'm like, if you have a family that is so understanding, why would you be so afraid to bring Ukumo to your family? Or why would you be so afraid to tell them exactly like what is happening? Unless another element is that your family really knows you, and maybe there's an element of Thabang that is irresponsible, and maybe he was afraid that that might come out on TV because, families, they are not the ones getting paid, so they are going to speak their hearts out. But I'm just like, I just find it a bit dodgy for a person to have such an understanding family and for them to be like the least out of everyone to want to show or want to introduce or tell their family about what's really going on. So guys, this episode, we know a lot of the couples, they got to meet one another's family. So Thabang and Ukumo, they arrange a meetup between the two families, Kumo's family and Thabang's family. Now, I noticed that when Thabang's family came, guys, they were chilled. They were basically there to support Thabang and see umakoti wabo, to see their bride, and to basically meet everyone. So you can see that they were chilled. On Kumo's side, it looks like her family, and when I mean her family, her mother, it looks like her mother came to fight. She was not smiling. She had like this facial expression, like to say like, I'm not here to smile, like I'm irritated at this whole thing. And I'm just like, I just felt like that was just kind of awkward in a sense. Because yes, you can be angry at Ukumo. And when you guys, like, remember that scene where Kumo was meeting her mother and her uncles at the car wash? I feel like that was fine. But now this is a different setup. You are meeting up with Ukumo's husband's family, and already you're having that type of attitude. I don't think that's fine. I felt like she should have, just for the sake of Amahloni, guys. What happened to having Amahloni? Just for the sake of there's people that she doesn't know, I feel like she could have at least did something with the facial expression to kind of show that she's not annoyed or something like that. I know some people, guys, they say that, hey, their facial expressions, they can't control it. But I mean, respect other people's families. I mean, this is the type of family your daughter got into this experiment, and this is the family she might possibly be, having to live with. So you want your daughter to live in peace with that family. Not only that, you want to be at peace with that family. So if you're going to come into the first time you're meeting them with an attitude towards their son, whereas it's a combined thing from both Thabang and Ukumo's side, I don't think that is quite wise. But anyway, another thing that I noticed, Haibo, guys, so Ukumo arrives first and then Thabang arrives later with his family. Haibo, Thabang getting there, I'm like, Thabang thinks this is his family, because when Thabang was introducing the whole concept to his family, he was just speaking anyhow, like he's speaking to his friends, busy laughing while it's a serious matter. And I'm like, okay, fine, that's your family. Your family understands you, and that's that. But now he's with Kumo's family and he's talking so casually. I'm like, ay, Thabang. Like, come on, dude. He's busy saying what like he gets there fine. He greets everyone, which I appreciate. He goes and greets each and every individual. But when he sits down, he's like, "Hi, Kumo, like, why are you so quiet? It's the first time I'm seeing her this quiet." Like, as if he just entered a scene where it was his friends chilling and some. I'm just like, Thabang, like, calm down, my dude. I know you normally the funny guy, and I know you're talkative like that. But then again, the same thing applies to him that I was saying about Kumo's mother, that you're in a setup, you don't know these people. I think, he could have toned it down a little bit by just being a less talkative at the beginning. Another thing I didn't like about the setup, I didn't like that how Thabang was doing most of the talking as if he is there to convince Kumo's family of this thing that they did together. I would appreciate, you see how Ubuitepo and Ustebenzile answered their questions when they were doing their family meets up. I feel like that is a healthy way to do things. It's not a one-sided thing, but I feel like Thabang was kind of there to be tested if really he's not there to play with her. I'm just like, but guys, both of these people entered into this experiment willing to take the risk. So for me, the way Ukumo was quite, and firstly, guys, not firstly, because I've said many things, but another thing is that Ukumo, that was the first time, I agree with Thabang, that was the first time I saw Ukumo less or not talkative. Mind you, when she was meeting up with her family, she still had an attitude and she was talkative. So I think the reason why she was less talkative is because of Thabang's family, of, you know how us girls, when we see our in-laws trying to act humble and all of that, I think that's what was going on there. But I think that's a wise move. When you meet people for the first time, learn to read the environment first. And this is serious stuff. So maybe start off or lead into the conversation in a respectful manner, not in a playful way, because you don't know if that's going to be received as you being childish or whatnot. And then later on, when people smiled or out to play, then your personality can come out, So anyway, Ukumo was quiet the whole time. I'm just like, I like this version of Ukumo so much better than the one who's always just talking unnecessarily and jumping into people's mouths. And I'm just like, look how beautiful you are when you're just not talking unnecessary things and having attitude unnecessarily. But I low-key felt as if in this relationship between Thabang and Ukumo, I feel like Thabang is the one who's much more sure about this marriage than Ukumo. Kuma gives me the vibes that she's still trying to figure out, or she's still trying to find out if she really wants to be in it. And I feel like even in this conversation at the meetup at the family, it came out. I feel like it looked as if Ukumo herself was there to get validation out of Thabang of whether he sees a future for this marriage. Because they did explain to their families that yes, they are technically married now, but there's still decision day where you are going to decide whether you want to continue, you want to stay married to this person or you want to separate from this person. So when someone asked about so what is it in what are you guys' plans? Do you guys or what are you guys? Okuma's mother asked, what are you guys bringing us here for? Are you bringing us here for the fact, or are you guys bringing us here because you guys see yourselves together beyond decision day or what? And Thabang answered and said he can't answer for Ukuma, but on his side, he has made it clear that he actually wants to be with Ukumo. I don't remember Ukumo's response, but I'm just like, I just feel like Ukumo was there to actually get validation herself from Thabang. And I'm just like, oh, okay, that's that. But anyway, when Thabang answered, because one thing about Thabang, even though he's all jokes, he does have a mature side to him. When he is serious, he does speak sense. So when he was speaking sense, I guess the mother and Kumo's family kind of let down their guards a bit. And then Kumo's mother was like, well, I can't say that I love you, But all I'm going to say is that I'm just glad that I'm not going to have ugly grandchildren. I'm just like, okay, I get it. I'm like, that comment of like, I can't say that I love you was, I feel like it was unnecessary. But anyway, that's her personality and that's her. But anyway, it looked like at the end, everything seemed like it turned out fairly well. But I really do hope that I wish the best for this couple. I do think they have potential to grow into a beautiful thing. Thabang does look like, guys, he does have the patience to deal with Ukumo. I must say that because there's many times if I was Thabang, I would have checked out and I'd be like, the way this lady is just somehow like, no. But it looks like Thabang really does want something serious. And Ukumo, I feel like she does want something serious. But the age thing is hitting her. Not only the age thing, I feel like Ukumo is very doubtful in a lot of things that she does. She doesn't strike me as a person who's confident in this marriage, and I feel like Thabang is gonna have to do a lot of convincing in order to win Ukumo over. But I actually do see them working out, you guys. That's if they are indeed willing to put in the hard work. Anyway, tell me, what did you think about this whole scene between Thabang and Ukumo? Do you think there's something to be said in the fact that Thabang was delaying the whole meetup with this family only to find out that his family is so chilled? And do you read anything out of Ukumo not saying anything or not answering any of the questions that was asked and leaving it to Thabang to answer all of the questions? Anyway, please do make sure you like the video. Please do subscribe. It is absolutely for free of charge. And I'll see you guys on the next one.